Welcome everybody to Popology Weekly 11. I'm Red Laser Beam, and alongside with me is Adam the Pig. We're getting close to the end of the season. We got a tournament pretty much happening right when everybody's doing their end of season grind. Last week I told everybody I wasn't going to make it to T100, and I played enough games, and I'm actually on the cusp of T100 right now, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, we got I'm pretty sure we got random duo, the rule set for today.
Yep.
So gonna be
Yeah,
interesting to
so
see. Go on.
I was gonna say the way that this rule set works is two towers or heroes, either two towers or a hero in a tower, are randomly selected, and then both players have to use those towers and heroes, and then they can choose their other two.
Yep. So we got some randomness and some organization. Think of it like organized chaos in a way. I just took a brief look at the bracket. It looks like we have 8 players set to go for today's tournament. So really excited to see that happen. Yeah, I'm just at this point we're just waiting for the matches to start.
Yep.
Definitely interesting to see. I think it's cool to see people still obviously going for this tournament, even though this is kind of the one time where you really want to be grinding those end of season games. So I do know that I'm finally getting my win-loss rate in Hall of Masters to be at 50-50. It's been a little bit below 50% for quite some time.
Oh, good job.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think I'm top 14 or 15 right now, and I don't think I'm going to try and go for top 10. I think I got better things to do at this start of a school quarter as well. But
Right.
All right. I think there are also some people who are kind of at a point where, maybe they're like top 6 or something, and they think that they're going to be pretty safe where they are, and they just don't really have much of a chance to push. So,
Right.
I think that's where LMS is right now. For example, he's in the tourney.
So again, you can see our lineup for today, our projected lineup. We have, again, exactly 8 players. 51 Aliens, Kite, Funny Name, Fishy, LMS. Is that Loki? We got Loki, we got Pressure Man, and we got Jazzy.
Awesome.
Quite a diverse set of players for today. And again, we're just waiting for the green light here for these matches to start. Just waiting for the green light here from Emil playing, and once we get that green light, we're gonna start looking at some matches. It looks like we're having issues with the Popology bot. Okay, that's not good. Okay, so the issue is that Emil playing closed VS Code, and that is why the bot is not working. So we're under a slight delay here. Signups are closed at this point, but again, we're just waiting for the last word here from Emil. Right, once we get this ready to go, we're gonna get you in matches. We're gonna talk about these matches. We're gonna hopefully see some quality level Battles 2 gameplay. And there you go. Emil has reopened Visual Studio Code, and we do see some choices of random duo. Two towers. Yeah.
Ooh. It might be showing. To clarify, yeah, the bot is used to select 2 towers, but apparently it's showing up twice.
No, it's showing up even more. Yeah, it's showing up 2 times every time. It looks like. Yeah, it's showing up 2 times every time it's being called.
Oh, maybe really now it's just showing up once now. Yeah. Okay.
Maybe
I think
it's
it's fixed.
okay. Now it's okay. I might have gotten hung up honestly when on some past calls.
Ah, yeah, I think that's what happened. All right.
But yeah, I'm definitely curious to see the matches with more of the off meta combinations. Um, like I see 51 aliens for instance rolled glue gunner and sniper monkey, and I am curious to see how that matchup plays out.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Um,
interesting with 2 damage buffers.
yeah.
Trying to think what you could actually even play with that.
Let's see here.
To be like sub or something.
How long does my opponent have to show up? Interesting. It would be nice if we had like a backup or two. But oh wait,
Yeah.
we got some people in here. We got a match
All
here
right.
about ready to go.
Here's 51
So
aliens.
yeah, this is 51 aliens again about to play Kite. This is a best of 3 series between 51 aliens and Kite. And both these guys are longtime players of this game, and but I do think personally I want to give the edge to 51 aliens. What do you think?
Yeah, I definitely say that, and that's also reflected in the seeds with 51 aliens in first seed, and Kite in eighth. I
Right,
think that
right.
just historically 51 aliens has had better placements.
Right, right. Now we're
Let's
not going to count out, we don't want to count out Kite as a complete noob, right? He's been around in this community for quite some, for actually longer than I have been around. But again, just doesn't necessarily have the high medals to show for it. Um, but Sniper Glue is going to be interesting. Adam, a composition I was thinking of while we were kind of waiting to get these matches going. Dark Sniper Glue. It's a classic from Mike 609. Innovated back in season 2 and 3.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, that's always a classic.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
not a fan of TAC. It looks like that's what Aliens is considering here. But
Ooh, this is interesting.
yeah, I think sub or dart would probably be the way to go.
I'm just not really sure about exactly what sub is going to bring to the equation here. But
I think just
anyways,
like the ability to pop early and defend like round 11 pretty well is nice. Um,
well, we're about to
yeah.
see how this rolls out here. Emil, let's get the gameplay screen up full screen, okay? But round one here, we got 51 aliens versus Kite. Both players starting off with Gwen, powerful hero here. Now she is due for a nerf in next season. Cocktail Pierce going down from 40 to 26, a 33% nerf. That's going to happen next season. So enjoy your powerful Gwen cocktails while you still can.
Yeah. And it is important to note also that Sub Gwen is very powerful on
Mm,
this map in particular. The early game is very strong, and the heated up buff along with the cocktail makes for a very strong round 11 to 13. So it looks like both players had the same idea and brought Gwen Sub.
Yeah, this looks like Gwen sub sniper glue. It's gonna be a proper mirror, and yeah, I think the first question that I have to ask myself here is, well, actually, one, why is Kite ecoing with greens on round two?
That is an interesting question. Looks like switch
Yeah,
back to reds.
this is I'm not really sure about. Okay, there comes the blues,
There's the
right?
blues. Yep.
Next question that I have to ask Adam is, how late can you go?
So, how late can you go and how late will you go are two different questions, but I think that this strategy at most is going to probably end like round 31-ish.
Hmm,
There's not very good FBAD popping power, so I think that first strikes are going to be, the main way to do that.
hmm,
And the way that first strikes works, it's more expensive to micro first strikes than it is to just send the FBADs, which
right.
means that yeah, both players can send like 2 FBADs. One of them's gonna die.
Let's see here. Another
Interesting.
level, another point of concern here, I think, for these guys, Adam. When Moabs come around, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Because they have tools for Moabs, right? It's just that sub is okay at Moabs. You can get the sniper in there. It's kind of expensive. It's expensive though. You can get the glue for the Moab glue, and it does help with value defense, but it's not necessarily something that you want to pull out on round 18. Say if you get like a round 18 F Moab, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah. It is a little bit tough. It just means that both players are going to have to allocate money for round 18, and Yeah, just keep that in mind and ensure that they have enough money on hand to defend.
All right. Difference of opinion here. 51 Aliens going for a cheaper round 6. He's got airburst darts and an unupgraded sub versus the trip darts on Kite's side, and that is going to influence how much yellows these guys can send. Aliens already going for the yellows, while Kite a bit late to those yellows.
Hmm. And I think that I like Aliens' play a little bit more, especially because, yeah, you could wait a long time to use Cocktail here. This defends yellows for quite a while, especially
Right.
with the heated up buff we see. Don't even need the Cocktail. The
Hmm.
heated up buff is enough to take out all of those yellows.
Yeah, I see for the moment being
There's the
just a
Cocktail.
better. Oh, that's a late cocktail, but I see in general just a better understanding of optimal defense so far here from Aliens. And round 9, I'm not really concerned too much about round 9 either. Um, so
Yeah, interesting to see yellow is still coming out from Kite.
I think it's fine,
Uh,
because yellows they actually gain pretty they gain eco pretty good. So
yeah,
when you get to these eco mirrors, right? You think there's not really a lot of opportunity to rush on round 11. So why not just take the opportunity to get that extra eco, right? Send those extra yellows, send those zebras like Aliens is doing,
I
and like what
definitely
Kite is not
prefer,
doing.
yeah, the zebras, I think. One interesting thing to note also, I'm not a fan of these reactor spots from either player. Usually it's better to sell your trip guns or your airburst darts and put the reactor where that sub is.
Mm,
Yeah, because here it's not going to have great range.
yeah,
Whoops, sending a little bit of
yeah.
group zebras by accident.
That's a bit of a misplay.
Ooh,
Boosted
cocktail
purple's
coming
headed
in.
Aliens' way.
Yeah, cocktail's enough still.
Little check rush there from Kite. Kind of surprised that he took the check rush, but he is falling a little bit behind in the income game. I'm a bit concerned about
Mhm.
that right now. So not too much action to start this game again. I'm surprised about the rushes. 51 Aliens. I think he sent those group rainbows on accident. Actually.
Group zebras, yeah, I think so for sure.
Yep.
Um,
So the
oh,
big
we
the
see
big question here, I think Adam, I think the big question here is again these guys got to balance getting eco and money gain right, and also having enough liquidity to defend those check rushes on round 17, 18.
for sure. I also want to know. It looks like Kite has gotten a middle path reactor, which used to be the better reactor cross path, but it has definitely become the bottom path. The bottom path is much better now.
That's interesting.
Um, you don't really need lead popping power because you've got the Gwen. But yeah, yeah, balancing the money that you need to send and defend the round 17 and 18 rushes with getting enough eco is going to be really important.
Yeah. Saw aliens kind of eyeing up his sniper spots. I think we're gonna see exactly how these players want to play around 17 and 18. Once we see those natural purples come around, I think that's the big decision, to make of okay. And once you see those natural purples, do I want to save? Do I want to keep aggressively ecoing? You see 51 aliens starting to build
Yeah.
up some liquidity right here with those yellows, while Kite is
Mhm.
just kind of ecoing, just kind of ecoing.
Ecoing
Now he
blacks
switches to
more.
yellows.
Now, yeah. I prefer to see black eco longer and then just fully stopping your eco instead of sending yellows.
Yeah.
Um,
Check Moab headed Kite's way.
ooh, and some
Oh,
rainbows.
aliens also getting
He's
a
a Moab
Moab.
coming in now.
Kite getting
Yeah.
some R-Rod.
Okay, aliens
Getting
is going
some
to be fine here. I
rainbows.
think both players will be fine. Well, actually, Kite might have trouble with this.
Kite's gonna have a little bit of trouble. He'll be fine here. Gets the
Cocktail?
cocktail out for
Alright.
cleanup.
Yeah.
Good defend by Kite. I think he'd be in trouble if he boosted on that one because then aliens could come back with quite a few more of those F Moabs. Really put the
Yeah, for
pressure on
sure.
him. So
And notably, if either player boosts round 18, they're not going to be in too much trouble because they do have Gwen 10 that they can buy on round 19,
mm,
which will do very well against any re-rushes. It's like another F Moab coming
F
out.
Moab headed aliens way. Good awareness there from aliens. He saw Kite stop ecoing and knew that he was gonna get an F Moab. Gonna get the
Needs to put
airburst
this
darts
Gwen
up to
on
try and help
strong.
out.
Or first, I mean. Gwen should be
Cocktail
on first
should
right now.
This will be a great defend, but it should be okay. Oh, he
Ooh,
panic
boosted.
boosts. He got scared, Adam. He got really scared there.
Yeah, if he had put Gwen on first, he could defend that pretty easily.
Hmm.
I would like just max pink ecoing right now. You don't have to be scared about a re-rush really, because you have so much money on hand, and you also have Gwen 10 that you can always buy.
Yeah, I don't like the decision from these guys to do group black eco right here. I think you got to go for the pinks.
There's
Aliens
pinks.
going back to the
Okay.
pinks. So now I did test this in the eco simulator, Adam. In general, you do want to be building your sniper farms alongside pink ecoing, right?
Yeah.
You generally do. It is worth that slight loss in efficiency to gain eco faster when you're working with alt eco.
Yeah.
So I think big question right here. So again, you want to get that E sniper up, but you have to remember, the danger of just having E sniper up on screen and nothing else, right? You could get rushed with some Moabs, some BFBs, right? It could get a little scary here. So these guys want to be a little bit careful with how they're building up their sniper farms. Alien's doing a great job right now of just building up his E sniper.
If I were aliens here, I'd want to stop ecoing for a little bit, and I would actually sell everything into E-Sniper. That looks like what
Hmm,
he's going to be doing. Oh,
right.
no, a
Oh, look
ZUMG
at this.
coming in, which made him decide not to do that and to
Oh,
instead save for a first strike, most likely.
that's a big deal, Adam. That's kind of a big deal.
Yeah,
That seriously impeded Alien's progress on the sniper farms.
that's true. Yeah, I'm still not a huge fan of the Sen, though, because, I mean, it's just so much, or so profitable to first strike this.
Yeah, so Aliens is going to first strike. He's just ecoing with pinks right now, not really too concerned. And then I think the big issue here is that the poke CMG, it doesn't do much against this composition. You have to send stuff underneath in order to force action.
Ooh, an
Now Kite,
FCMG.
oh Kite, here we go, FCOMG. So here does come some action. Aliens is going to start with a first strike that gets rid of the FCOMG, but he needs some
Oh, he
sort of
buys
action
an
to.
E-Sniper.
This is gutsy right
Oh,
here. Aliens with the E-Sniper buy, still
wow.
needs to defend the ZUMG. It's going to pop into BFB soon. Needs to somehow afford that first strike
Microing it
before
to
it pops.
last to avoid it popping. That's interesting.
Big play in the
Yeah, I
game
don't
right
think it's gonna
here.
pop.
Kite
Oh no,
looking for the
he
underdog
should have been
win.
ecoing. Why is he ecoing? He's gonna afford it, I think.
Right at the
Yes,
very
just
end, Aliens
barely.
does get the first strike. What a
Wow.
play. Kite
And
coming
the
back.
FSUMG is right there. If he had sent that just a
Oh,
tiny bit sooner, Kite would have won.
that's a bummer
Oh my
right there. You're
goodness.
right, Adam. And now Aliens can stall this, because he can get main Moab, he can get Moab glue right here, and Kite's like way behind right now in
Yeah,
income.
for sure.
I hate to say it there, but I think Kite might have lost this game by about a half a second.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was very greedy by aliens of going for that elite sniper.
I mean, when it comes to
But
eco games, Adam, when it comes to these eco mirrors, right? Aggression, right? You got to play as skinny as possible, right? Um,
true. I just feel like or at least the way that I'm looking at it, Aliens was already pretty far ahead if he had, just defended the ZUMG, defended the FZUMG, and he already had a sniper farm, whereas Kite has no sniper farm. So I think that if he had just, first striked it a little bit sooner and then sold the first strike for an elite sniper.
right.
But all right, we see Aliens going for the main Moabs for DDTs, whereas Kite appears to be saving up for super glue.
I
And
think
Kite's still
Kite's
ecoing pinks. Huh.
yeah, that's not good. He's not gonna have enough money, dude. This
Yeah,
looks like a really easy 51 Aliens win, right? In a panic situation, Aliens can just go in there, get that super glue, right? He can get the E defender, right? I know Sniper can die to enough DDTs, but when you pair it with super glue or you just and when you pair it with Kite being broke, it's not
yeah.
gonna happen. It
And
just ain't gonna happen.
I really think. Oh, okay.
Check this
Here's
out.
just
We're gonna
three
get
FD or three regular DDTs, which yeah, don't even need to use boost or anything. Just a firestorm that defends pretty easily.
yep.
And that's the power of sniper. These sniper farms are really doing most of that damage.
Right. Yeah, I think
I
if I was Kite, I would just call it a game right here. Honestly, I
yeah,
because I think this game got
having
out of
not bought
hand.
any
Go on,
sniper
Adam.
farms. Sorry, I'm just surprised that Kite hasn't bought any sniper farms this whole game.
Yeah, he can't be sitting at any more than like 2K eco after setting all those UMGs. He's got everything. Like Aliens has got everything kind of ready to go here, and I don't know, man. I just disagree. I fundamentally disagree with the aggro approach in a
Yeah.
game like this, right?
I think that there are some aggressive rushes that you can send that are pretty decent. Like I think an FBFB might be pretty good on round 20, but the ZMGs I'm not a fan of into
Yeah,
first
no.
strike. There's an FBAD, okay.
Yep.
And with $4 on hand, looks like
Ooh.
tight ZMGs coming out from Kite.
Got some tight CMGs, but it's not enough to really compel action right
Ooh,
here.
and tight ZMGs coming out from Aliens. I don't like those quite as much. Yeah, I think you just want to defend these tight ZMGs instead of trying to pressure, but I think he's still going to be able to defend them. Got
So
the
big,
balloon solver.
big end game right
super
here.
cool.
51 Aliens trying to close out the deal. He sent an FBAD and some tight CMGs over Kite's way. Kite was able to muster up the money to send one set of FCMGs Aliens way, but you see 51 Aliens actually able to stall those
Ooh, DDT's coming
CMGs.
in now.
Oh, here we go, panic DDTs.
They're
What
not
does
making a
51
lot of
Aliens have in
progress
his?
with these glues.
Yeah, the glue's doing a great job of holding up. And now 51 Alien's going to send
Yeah.
DDTs. He's going to win the game right there because Kite sold everything to send those DDTs. It's game over, and 51 Aliens is going to take game one in this series.
Mm-hmm. Impressive showing from 51 Aliens. I think just the difference in playstyles there, with Kite trying to be aggressive, sending those ZMGs, whereas Aliens was, playing a little bit more passive, building up sniper farms. I think that just shows the difference between those two strategies.
Hey Emil, what do we got for other games? I want to see other sets. Um, okay. Should we just focus on this one then? I don't know.
Sure, here.
I guess those other ones actually they concluded pretty dang quick, didn't they?
Yeah. Huh. I mean, that did go around 30, actually. So it was a pretty long game.
Well, I guess we had a couple of no-shows, which might be kind of influencing things.
Mm-hmm.
So, feel free to check up on LMS and Pressure Man, Emil. So,
Yeah. So yeah, it looks like we had two no-shows, Jazzy and Loki, and Fishy went 2-0 against Funny Name.
okay. So, if 51
Ooh.
Aliens wins this second game against Kite, he will move on to face Fishy in the semifinals.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a ping here. Let's see the ping. No stream of it currently. Okay. So match point here for 51 Aliens. And I think the big thing here for Kite is, again, if you get into that situation where you have that eco mirror, right? The way that you push play is that you play skinny, right? You play skinny,
Yeah.
and I think the big reason that this game favors the skinny approach versus the aggressive rushing approach, Adam, is just because whenever you send these rushes in these eco mirrors, right, your opponent has a very long time to anticipate how to defend those rushes. And when you send them in the mid game, right, at that point you've already built up quite a bit of eco. You got about 2 or 3 eco ticks to really prepare your defense ahead of time, and that's usually enough to build up what you need to build up, right?
And we see Ace NG Farm coming in here from Aliens. I
Interesting.
wonder what Kite's gonna be picking. So let's see, what were the random towers here? Fusty the Snowman and Banana Farm. Interesting. And Aliens went with Ace NG Farm instead of like a more traditional Fusty the Snowman strategy, which might be like Dartling Ice Farm.
Yeah, I'm but really surprised you didn't go for Dartling Ice Farm here because Snowman here ain't gonna have the greatest amount of synergy with what 51 Aliens is gonna be bringing to the table. So I'm curious to see what Kite's got going for him. I think Kite can play his way into a game 3.
Hmm.
So I just want to
Yeah,
see here exactly what Kite can do.
I think this is kind of just, the choice between, do you play the more synergistic strategy, or do you go for something that's just generally stronger, like Ace NG Farm?
Hey, Emil, we need the gameplay up. There we go.
There you go.
So yeah, you see, I think Kite's definitely doing Dartling Ice Farm. It can't be anything else other than that. Meanwhile, 51 Aliens committing to Ace NG Farm.
And the nice thing is that when you have a lot of experience using Jericho, you're not very reliant on your hero.
Mm.
Or like, at least you know how to defend the early games without a very useful hero early, at the very least.
Mm.
So I'd be interested to see when Aliens actually goes for Festy the Snowman.
Right, that is gonna be interesting.
It's like round
Now,
2, alright.
Fuzzy's actually gonna help make the early game a little easier, Adam, because
That's
yeah,
true.
I think because when you think about Ace NG Farm, right, I think one of its troubles it has in the early game is when you get those space yellows and those space pinks sent your way, right? It's very easy to leak 50 lives just early on, just from going through your normal flowchart.
Hmm. And we see aliens maybe looking for future engineer spots, I guess.
And he's trying to scope them out here.
Hmm.
Yeah,
All right.
the big thing to
See,
note here is that I mean, I
sorry, group
guess
blues. I want to mention Kite is sending group blues on round 3, even though they're definitely playing farm because that was one of the random
that's
towers.
yeah, I don't understand that decision. Um,
Yeah, usually spaced red or grouped reds, excuse me, are the preferred option on round 3 if you're playing farm.
yeah, that's not a good decision from Kite.
Mm-mm.
Um, I wonder if he even like did he even pick farm? Because if he didn't pick farm, that's like game over for him. You know?
Yeah. We see. I wonder if Aliens is going to try and avoid getting rapid fire on the ace. I think no. I think he's definitely going to go for it. So you're going to
Let's
have to, right?
see. I'm checking to see how well it's defending right now. There he gets the upgrade on his farm. Alien's doing a great
Hmm.
job right now. You know, he's running that ace monkey pretty well. Kite only just now got his first farm of the game. And those group blues didn't exactly give him a lot of extra eco to deal with either. So I think 51 Aliens is going to be able to amass a farm advantage here. You see that he is leaking to some of these space
Now
blacks, though.
probably gonna need rapid fire for the space blocks. I think. Yeah,
Yeah, there he goes. He
Aliens
gets it right
agrees.
there.
Okay.
So now he's rolling pretty right now. These with the ace monkey. Snowpat doing a great job right there, patting down those black balloons. Dartling Ice Farm. I'm going to admit, Adam, I have a very hard time beating Dartling Ice Farm. My win rate is shockingly low against this particular composition. What kind of tools can 51 Aliens use to beat Kite and move on to the matchup against Fishy?
So the power of Dartling Ice Farm is really just its early game. It is very strong, especially on these long maps. Early game, it can defend cheap, and it's difficult to all out. So I think that Alien's strategy should just be to play kind of as passive as possible, and just take the game to round 30, and then Aliens is a much better late game with the Flying Fortress and the Overclock.
Hmm.
So I think that he can just win on round 30 against Dartling Ice Farm.
So now I think about Ace Engie Farm, Adam, but I also think about the drain game, right? You know, Kai could
Yeah.
send some good rushes and drain 51 aliens and get him off of his farming flow chart. What are the kinds of rushes that Kite can do, and how can 51 aliens stave off the drain?
Well, just now, Kite could have sent a round 11 rush right there.
Oh yeah, because
Because
aliens he was
Aliens,
late.
yeah, bought it on round 11. Now, Kite, interestingly, is going for a Hydra Rocket Pods, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know what?
that's not the play.
I
I
don't.
think that,
Well, I mean, now he's just not going to get rushed. He's just
yeah.
not going to get rushed.
But
So
with 51 Aliens pulling ahead in farms now, yeah, that's rough.
that's really rough. Yeah, you're right, Adam, because the best he's going to be able to do here before round 14 is get 2 times 200 farms, and he's sending some check rainbows over 51 aliens way, which aren't even doing anything. So
Mhm.
he's going to be kind of cooked here for round 14. Only going to get $280 worth of farm income. Meanwhile, 51 aliens getting $560.
Yeah, and Aliens is now gonna start building up that balloon trap. Yeah, I think that Kite really just should have relied on an 022 Dartling and an Ice Shards, which is much better or much cheaper defense around 11,
Mm.
especially with the Snowpat.
Yeah, this is definitely looking like a player who hasn't really understood the history of the game too well. You know, you get one of those ice shards up, you get what is it, one ice shards and then 2 times powerful darts.
Yeah, you really just need one powerful darts on a long map like this, and you
Hmm.
can buy more if they re-rush, or you can buy like a cryo cannon or an Arctic Wind. There's a lot of different things you can buy against
Right.
re-rushes on with Dartling Ice Farm, but yeah, you really don't need that much defense. And Kite already had the powerful darts up and then sold it for the Hydra rocket pods.
Yeah, it's really
So
it's kind of it's kind of questionable.
yeah,
I definitely find it questionable in when you're playing up against a strategy where 51 aliens, he's more focused on trying to buy his essential defense for round 11 than trying to scope out a rushing
here's some
opportunity
Moab
against Kite.
coming in.
Ooh,
Ooh,
look at
we
Snowpat.
see Festy knocking it back,
Oh
and then
yeah,
the
he's doing a
ice.
good job
Yeah,
there.
all
Yeah.
right. So that's a pretty easy defense. Not
Yeah.
particularly close. And on these long maps, ASNG farm is actually pretty decent against Moabs and even F Moabs. And I
Hmm.
think that Fusty is just going to make it even easier with the knockback.
Right. Now,
So yeah,
Aliens is
we'll,
a little bit behind on some of his benchmarks right now. Right, he didn't get exactly the greatest amount of farms for round 14. He does have a nice balloon trap up, right? What's Kite doing? He's got his Hydra rocket pods aimed in a stall position.
yeah, that's interesting. I don't think that Kite wants to stall this game. I think that Dartling Ice Farm has a much worse late game. So
Yeah, look at 51. He actually sent some regen
ooh,
rainbows underneath these pinks to try and check on him. And that is going to force
ooh,
Kite to re-aim the Dartling at a
yeah.
more opportune spot.
I think. Oh, and also bought Ice Shards. Kite did.
Hmm.
Personally, I think that those regen rainbows are a little bit of like a choke rush. You know, they're pretty low cost, and it's just like if he doesn't see them, he's gonna die. But selling the Sentry Expert now
Ooh.
for a second trap. Interesting.
I mean, 51
I
Aliens has got a lot going his way right here. It's not necessarily like Kite can just immediately pounce on him and go for the kill right now, you know?
yeah, and you can see this AI Moab is still getting pretty shredded just by the sentries and everything. And here's a fortified BFB coming in.
So this is a classic set. I'm going to be curious to see exactly how well Snowpat is going to help with this loadout right here. This is Alien's first big challenge as far as trying to get his farms up, up to speed, right? You see here, he does have
I'm
two traps,
impressed.
right? But he's up against non-Jericho, right? So he's not necessarily getting a lot of value out of those traps. He's only got 2 times 200 farms. I guess one of them's 202, but you understand what I'm saying here. No Sentry Expert, so
Yeah,
this is going to be a little bit challenging right here. Got to get Snowpat here to come in
should use
clutch.
Snowpad ability. I'd like to see Snowpad ability, but wow, don't even need it. Snowpad actually dealt with that very well, freezing the F SRAMs and knocking back the F Moabs.
Good procking there from Snowpad, and I think this
Mhm.
decision from 51 Aliens to go Ascension Farm, without its usual tower, I think it's proving to be less and less ridiculous as time goes on.
I agree with that for sure. Now,
Now, round 24 of Monkey Wall Street, is it going to happen? Yes or no?
I don't think so. I
I
think
don't think
that
so either.
Aliens has probably worse farms than an Ascension farm player would normally have at this point in the game, but that is balanced by the fact that he still has much better farms than Kite does.
Right.
So we see the overclock bot here, but not using it right away. That's interesting.
It's a
Maybe
little
trying
interesting
to
because
wait to
because
use it to make sure that it lasts for the end of the round, but there we go.
so he has to use it now because if he waits until the end of round 24 to use it, for instance, right, he's not going to get it back in time for the end of round 25,
Yeah,
regardless of
yeah.
how stalled the game becomes. So.
I think that he's gonna try and go for a round 24 Monkey Wall Street.
He's got to sell a lot of defense to
Yeah,
do
it
it,
looks
dude.
like he's doing math right now. Selling math. Yeah, he's going for it. Alright.
Yeah, there you go. Look at that. He sold the overdrive to get the Monkey Wall Street there.
Impressive. Yeah, I didn't
Yep.
expect that he would go for it, but he did, and it seems to worked out. But
Choke
oh,
camo
camo
purples
purple's
from
coming in.
Kite. 51 aliens able to micro the cleansing foams to get
Yeah,
to defend right there.
and the
Good job.
ODS doing very well against those. The middle path doing an extra damage to ooh,
Oh, any mistake
this
from
clicks a
51 aliens.
boost.
He boosted. He's not going to
Yeah.
have that boost for round 26, Adam.
Yeah, that is definitely going to be rough because you really want boost range 26 with this strategy so that your ODSs can do more damage.
I think we're going to see how well 51 aliens micro is going to be right here. Oh, look at this. He's going to check Kite with a DDT. Kite also sending DDTs out over 51 aliens' way.
Ooh, this is going to be
Ground
tough.
zero on
Oh
51 aliens.
no!
He's got a micro.
Oh wow, that's very good
Great
micro from
micro from
51
51
aliens.
aliens. More
He has
DDTs
to
coming
keep
from
doing
Kite.
it.
This is to win the game. Still microing, still microing. He's got to
One
hit
more
2
DDT
ground
coming
zeros.
in.
Oh, 51 aliens
Needs
is
another.
out of money.
Oh, he's
Still
selling
hasn't
more
sold the Monkey
defense
Wall
to do
Street
it.
yet. Now Kite's down, Kite's down. He doesn't
Use
have
the
anything on
ability.
his
There he
screen.
goes.
Kite's down. 51 aliens moves gone.
Wow. That was very impressive from 51 aliens. And throughout all of that, not selling the Monkey Wall Street. It's very bold.
That took some discipline, Adam. That's some discipline that I'm not sure if I could have right there. I know that's a long map, but that's not easy micro. You got to hit 2 ground zeros in order to hit those DDTs and actually kill them.
Yeah.
So Really great play there from 51 Aliens. I think great game sense. You know, Kite's only chance there was to choke rush, so he had a chance right there to send a bunch of FDETs. He didn't have boost, and I think the fact that he didn't have boost, I think 51 Aliens just kind of saw it right there ahead of time. Like, oh my gosh, I got to micro these ground zeros to have a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you want to go the ODS route, you know, you kind of have to have boost on hand, right?
Yeah, normally you do, and I mean, if you want to defend with just ODSs, then you definitely do. But what looks like what Aliens was going for there is, you know, the ODSs would damage the FDDTs a bit, and then the ground zero would finish them off.
Mm.
And it worked out, looks like, for him. But ground zeros definitely came in clutch there. And I was worried at one point. There were a lot of like regrow pinks and stuff from the insides of the DDTs that
Oh
looked
yeah,
like they were about to kill aliens, but the second ground zero came just in time to finish them off.
So semifinals coming up here between 51 Aliens and Fishy, and that's going to
Mm-hmm.
decide who's going to make it to the finals against LMS and Pressure Man. Very excited to see that series play out. I tell you what, I really like 51 Aliens and how he's been playing so far. Um, I want to think that 51 Aliens can win the series. What do you think? What do you think, Adam?
I think so. I think it's probably going to be 51 aliens against LMS. LMS is, you know, he is a very strong player. I believe he's in the top 10 right now. But historically, Aliens has had better finishes. So I'm guessing those are going to be our two in the finals, though.
So, anyways, game one coming up here between Aliens and Fishy. We're going to be on Koru. I didn't get to see what the random towers were. I wasn't paying attention, but
That's fair. Here, let me see. They were
well, says seems like I
Quincy
came
and Heli.
Quincy and Heli. Okay, seems like I came just in time for the good matches. Yeah, 51 Aliens just defeated Kites 2-0 in some matches where it didn't quite look like Kites kind of had the mojo to stick around. He did test 51 Aliens on some FDDT micro, or sorry, some ground zero micro against the FDDTs round 26. 51 Aliens was able to defend those and move on into this 3-game series with
Mm-hmm.
himself and Fishy. All right, here we
Looks
go.
like Heli Ice Farm with Quincy on Koro. So chose to play Ice and Farm. All right,
Helios
and
Farm is going to be
Fishy.
interesting here when you're playing with
Interesting.
Quincy, because Quincy's
Mm-hmm.
going to have anti synergy with the ice until he gets the cannons on his arrows, the bombs on his arrows. So
Yeah, and even then, I think the bomb is only every third shot, so that's going to be a little bit tough. But normally you would play something like Science Gwendolyn with this strategy.
right.
But I'm also interested to see what Fishy is playing with Heli start, so probably not Ice.
So we saw Mallow try this sort of thing, Adam, last week on Star Quincy Ice, and the big point of concern was just all the trickle leaking that occurred early on. You see
Mm.
Fishy again going with the more traditional heli start, but that can also trickle leak too, as you can see.
Yeah, and it's going to be definitely tough on round 5, I think for both players. Heli is not great round 5 without something like a Gwendolyn to do a lot of damage.
Well,
But
we
I
can see
guess
some
we'll see
balloons
what they
fly
go
right
for.
right when round 5
Ooh, yeah,
starts, and you see, yeah, look at this.
the pinks here are going to be pretty tough for aliens to deal with. Gonna have to use Quincy ability, and you see the Quincy ability. Yeah, the Quincy's just hitting that ice, and it's not doing a lot of damage.
It's really bad synergy right here.
Ooh, and now
Fishy's got this handled pretty well here. You see how the helicopter and Quincy he's actually able to row through these first couple rounds without any leaks. Now here come the whites on both sides here, and I think this is where we're going to see some boosts fly out at him.
yeah, for sure. And there's a
Yeah,
boost,
there you
and
go, there you
even
go.
on boost, it's gonna be tough. Yeah, gonna buy the
Oh
quad
man.
darts.
Oh, Fishy's
But
leaking quite a bit. Fishy's leaking a
that's
lot.
true.
Gets the second heli up, and he
There's a
boosts
boost
on
from
his side.
Fishy.
Both players have exhausted one boost
Oh no,
already, and it's
no,
only
that
round
ice is
5.
gonna be
Oh, the
bad.
negative ice
Polaris is
synergy!
gonna
Alias
die.
is in trouble! Oh no! Down to 9 lives, and now he's down!
Yeah. All right. Looks like we also have LMS versus Pressure Man.
There you go.
going on right now on Inflection.
This is interesting right here. You know, both these players rolled bomb heli for or they rolled bomb heli for this map right here, um, which is yeah. I don't know the score right now. Um,
I think that looks like it's 1-0. Yeah.
okay, all right.
Um, mhm.
But yeah, you know the thing about bomb on this map, Adam, is that you can definitely put a bomb on this map, and it can definitely pop some balloons, right? You just got to be careful about those boosted rushes, right? You're more vulnerable to those boosted rushes
Oh yeah,
versus other maps.
for sure. Balloon boost against bomb on this map is going to be extremely valuable. We see pressures going for a Dartling here. Looks like Pressure Man's running Dartling bomb heli, or is it? Were
Yeah,
heli and
Dartling,
bomb really the
it really
random
is bomb heli.
towers?
I'm yeah. So Dartling bomb
Huh.
heli along with Jericho.
I'm very surprised to see Sniper as the choice with heli.
Yeah, you know,
That's
I
interesting.
guess, yeah, because I don't know. I'm trying to think about like what the defensive options are here, because you know you can go for bouncing bullet, right? But one of my concerns about going for a bouncing bullet type defense, Adam, is that this is a pretty short map, and bouncing bullet doesn't have the
Yeah,
greatest fire rate in the world.
yeah, and oh my gosh, you can see the Sniper. It's not doing a great job clutching up. Oh, yeah, I'd much
Yeah,
rather see a quad darts or another heli instead of that Sniper personally.
yeah,
Um,
I'm really liking this. I'm really liking this Dartland setup here on Pressure Man's side. He's doing great against
mhm.
these yellows, right? Doesn't have to do anything just yet. And now it looks like LMS is actually going for the bottom path sniper rifle. He's not going for bouncing bullet.
Yeah,
Ah,
that's interesting. And he's not going for shrapnel just yet. Okay, there's the ability, the Churchill ability from LMS. Yeah, now more yellows coming in.
he's
But the
got shrapnel
shrapnel seems to have taken
on
care
the
of it.
sniper.
Yeah, the nice
You know,
thing is that
Adam,
the sniper does handle these camos pretty well.
I think Adam, at some point you gotta put your pride away and just upgrade your stuff so that it actually defends here. Because I mean, LMS is just continuing to trickle leak like I
Yeah,
mean,
it looks
it's
like
like a
he's
leaky
just saving
faucet.
for bouncing bullets right now. Oh no,
He's got
semi-automatic.
there he
Interesting.
goes with the semi-auto. So
And that will offend these zebras.
now if he gets
Um,
full auto on that sniper rifle, you know, I don't think Pressure is going to go for a rush just because he's not going to have the liquidity to overpower that. It's possible to
yeah, I'd
overpower it,
agree.
right? But yeah.
I'd like to actually never mind. I was gonna say that I would like to see leads from LMS here, but the Star Captain Jericho actually pops leads.
Round
And
11 here. And Pressureman has delayed his HRP buy. Now he does get it.
there's the full auto rifle. A
Okay,
little
so
bit of a
this is
rush
going
coming
to...
Pressureman that does nothing. Huh.
This is interesting right here. Exactly. I'm just curious to see exactly how these guys are gonna play this mid round right here. I don't think you're gonna see like a big rush or anything, right? I know these guys are playing on some weak defense, but they don't have a lot of money, right? So, how do you handle the ult eco, Adam? That's my question.
Oh, we see. Well,
Oh,
sorry.
check
Once
rush from LMS.
and a boost. All right.
He's got Pressure Man off boost.
Yeah, and with Bomb and
He's
Heli as the last towers, there's no Alchemist or anything to come in clutch here, so
I think LMS wants to try it. I
good
think
all out
he's
here.
fixing to sell the sniper.
No, just a little rush.
Oh,
Okay,
I'm
forced to
surprised.
cluster. Huh. Yeah, I think that he could have probably won there if he had just all outed and sold the sniper, and then he had boost and Churchill ability to defend like purples.
Yeah,
But
I'm really surprised there because when you sell defense for an all out, you know Churchill is very reliable for the counter, right?
mhm.
Because if he goes for the all out, you know the best thing Pressure can do is just try and send some purples, but then you're sending purples into Churchill, right?
Yeah. All right, and we see the heli coming out now. I
Lots
don't
of rainbows. The
think you need to
Jerry
buy this heli
skill.
just yet, but yeah. Full auto falling a little bit behind, but now it's catching back up again. And I think that yeah, we might see a Moab coming out from Pressure Man here, which looks like LMS is planning to go for Moab Shove. And planning to send a Moab, interesting.
Yeah,
I'm not a
Moab
fan
from
of this Moab set.
LMS.
I think
Pressure
that
should
Hydro
be able to
Rocket Pods does
defend.
pretty well. Yeah,
Yeah.
this second Moab is going to do nothing.
This one's not going to do much either. Yeah, he's boosted this second Moab, but it's not going to do much. Pressure's still going to be able to defend without boosting.
Hmm. And that missile launcher wasn't even necessary. Just the Moab Mauler and the Hydra rocket pods defended that.
Pressure's ecoing quite a bit here on round 17. So I know that LMS is playing skinny, but I just don't see LMS in great danger right now at this moment.
Yeah, I think that an F Moab from Pressure Man would
Oh,
actually
here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
a lot.
Here we
Oh,
go.
it's
Oh,
gonna force it
he's
to.
faking him. He's faking him out, Adam. He faked him
No,
out.
no, it's the Star Captain ability. Oh, there we go. There it is.
There we go.
An instant
Waiting for the
boost from
steal.
LMS, which is definitely necessary.
Yeah.
But
Now
now, how do
pressure
you
doesn't.
defend all out?
Well, I'm not sure if pressure really can all out here. He's gonna try it anyways. Here we go. 2F Moabs. LMS gonna send back one. Rainbows, zebras,
Ooh,
purples headed LMS's way.
and LMS is gonna
LMS trying to
die.
defend. He's gonna get overpowered here. VF Moab racing its way to the exit. Desperation purples from LMS to try and save the game. Oh, the Moab shove doing its best, but it's not gonna work. Pressure Man takes the
Yeah,
game.
those Moabs just got too far, and the Moab shove was trying its best, but yeah, the insides of those Moabs popped and killed. Yeah, I would say that I just don't generally preferred Pressureman's strategy there. I think that the Hydra rocket pods is a little bit better than the full auto rifle in my opinion.
Mm.
But we saw there. I think that the Moab sends also were not great in my opinion on round 17.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was really questionable decision right there for to send those Moabs on behalf of LMS, and that definitely lowered his chances of winning the game. Can we get an update on the Aliens versus Fishy score? Are we headed to game 3 for that one? Yes, we are headed to game 3. So let's
Interesting.
I want to watch game 3 there. So
All
all
right,
right.
and their random tower for game 3 is going to be Ninja and Farm.
Oh, so we're gonna see Ninja Elk Farm. I don't see anything else other than Ninja Elk Farm here, Adam.
Yeah, I think you're definitely right. Um, See, Aliens deciding on a hero. I think that you should probably run Ocean Open here. Ben.
Whoa, that's wild.
Interesting.
I that's because I'm with you, Adam. Right?
Dartling Ninja Farm.
Wow.
Instead of Ninja Elk
Oh,
Farm.
oh, this is gonna get good, Adam. Oh,
This
it's
will
gonna
be
get good.
interesting.
I can't wait for this one, dude.
Yeah. I definitely prefer Ninja Elk Farm, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. I am someone who played a lot of Dartling Ninja Farm in my day, so I'm
Mm.
excited to see.
So traditional Dartling spot here from 51 Aliens. Now, Adam, I have to ask you a question, right? So when you're playing something like Dartling Super Farm or Dartling Super Village, right? You normally actually want to be like stalling the game as much as possible, right?
Mhm.
Level of stall or anti-stall if you're 51 Aliens.
I think that Aliens definitely wants to anti-stall this, because Ninja Elk Farm can definitely defend later than Dartling Ninja Farm can.
Mm.
You know, I think Dartling Ninja Farm, even with a lot of money, it's going to start to struggle on like round 32-ish, whereas Ninja Elk Farm can defend until, yeah, maybe round 36 or round 37 on this map. So I think that the plan for Aliens is probably going to be to try and like force a drain game, and then oh, I think that the scores are swapped on the wrong sides, but yeah, I think Aliens is going to want to force a drain game and try to win on round 30.
Fishy getting his ninja up, doing a great job right now of standing up to the early game pressure from Aliens. Aliens getting the powerful darts. Now we got the pinks coming out. So I guess the big question here for as we're kind of waiting for this early game to develop, we've had quite a few long games so far. I tell you what, man, these games have gone on for quite some time, right?
We really have,
Um,
yeah, with the round 30 games.
yeah.
And even on Inflection, went to round 19, which is surprisingly long, actually.
Yeah. So, what does 51 Aliens need to do in order to be safe against your typical R-Rod rushes on round 13?
So I think that 51 Aliens might actually try to do a little bit of a baiting, like trying to. Oh wow, I'm sorry, going for the Ben ability here on round 5. That's definitely a bold move. Looks like it's gonna work out. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I think he
Um,
needed an extra
a
eco
little more
tech to
greed.
get that Dartling upgrade, so that's why he went for it.
Yeah. And so yeah, sorry. I think that for an R-Rod, I think that Aliens is just going to buy Hydra Rocket Pods, just pre-bought. And then for any rerush after boost is forced, might go for a second Hydra Rocket Pods, would be my guess. But I don't think that Fishy wants to be rushing too much in this matchup.
Hmm.
Like I said, I think Aliens wants to force a drain game, whereas Fishy wants to, both players have as much money as possible.
So where does the drain game come in? If you're 51 Aliens, you want to drain Fishy, right? Oh, when do you drain?
It's kind of tough. There's definitely going to be a round turn 2 FCMG. That's
Hmm.
like kind of the best drain. And Moabs and F-Moabs are not very good against Ninjalik Farm. You could send an FBFB if you want, but then you've got the early game rushes like round 11 through 16, and I'm guessing he's probably gonna start sending some stuff there.
Hmm.
Um, Also, I would like to see some regen zebras coming out from Aliens if Fishy decides to greed.
Hmm. So here's kind of a big moment in the game right here. Round 8. This would be Fishy's opportunity to greed. He's gonna get that third farm,
hmm
and he
And
wants to
yeah,
go for three
he is
times.
greeding quite a bit.
Yeah, he wants to go for 3 times 200 right here. He's getting pretty aggressive with
Yeah,
this.
I really want to see regen zebras coming out from Aliens here. But it
Yeah,
looks like
round 9. Here comes round 9 right here,
he's
and
not sending
51.
them.
Yeah, he's not pressuring.
Huh. Ninja Alcrime does actually really struggle against regen zebras. You have to get that Berserker Brew up pretty fast. It's probably better on Star than it is on some maps like Oasis because there's not as much time to regen. But yeah, I think that it might be a little bit tough. So
Fishy went ahead and bought a 4th farm, by the way, while all that was
wow.
happening. So he's really been greeding out.
See, Aliens has a lot of money on hand, much more than is needed for HOP, but
There he
a
goes.
little
He's
bit of
gonna
rush
check. He's
coming
gonna
in
check
here
Fishy.
and
Look at
balloon
this
boosting.
boosted zebras.
Ooh,
Oh,
and
panic boost from
boost!
Fishy.
Oh, yeah, Fishy can defend an all-out round 13, I believe, but it's going to be a little bit tough to avoid getting drained.
Yeah, he
13.
can do it if he gets if he gets the stronger stem and he gets those XX those couple ninjas there to
Oh, is
buff
that a
that
lead to
blue
gold?
jitsu.
That is
That's
not
a
what we
let the
want to
gold
buy
right
right
there.
now.
Alien's gonna fire back. Here comes the rerush. This is to win the game. It's boosted. Multiple
Wow,
alchemists
and
from
that's
Fishy to
only
try and
any
defend.
farms.
No stronger stim on the ninja. It's a bit late. Is it gonna work? No, it's not gonna work. 51 Aliens has
Yeah.
done it. He's on to the final.
Well done by 51 Aliens. That was just not the play by Fishy. Fishy going for those alchemists and just not really respecting the rerush at all. I don't really understand why you would go for lead to gold there.
That's
I
I
think
I
that
don't
yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand it either, Adam. First thing you got to do there is I'm not even a ninja expert, but the first thing I do is get stronger stim on my ninja, and then see if I can get some of them shinobis to buff that thing.
hmm Yeah, Shinobi's or a flash bomb to
Oh yeah, Mal was
also
suggesting
take some of
flash
that
bomb
stronger
right there.
stuff.
Stronger stim and flash bomb.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, that's a rough way to lose one. We're on to the finals though. 51 Aliens versus Pressure Man in a best of 5 series to determine who's going to win.
Yep.
And these are two really good players, Adam. I feel like I really want to go with Pressure Man though. My gut
Yeah.
tells me that Pressure Man's got the experience when playing with these eco strategies, which tend to come up a lot when these random duo stuff, right? Um,
That is true.
and yeah, look at the random roll, Adam. It's Sniper Monkey,
Super,
Super Monkey.
super. Yeah, well, can't have farm with that. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's not gonna be a farm comp at all. You can run a Zeely sub Sniper Super. And that
Yeah.
definitely is possible, but I'm pretty sure. What's the first map? Is the first map like Salmon Ladder or something? What's the first map?
I'm not sure. I would definitely say though, I think that Azili would not be my pick. Yeah, it is Salmon Ladder. I
You could
think
go
that
Gwen
Gwen sub
actually.
would be a little better. Yeah. Looks like Aliens is leaning towards Gwen right now. And I will
So,
say, I played Tac Sniper Super for all of Season 1, but
mm,
not good anymore.
mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
So I think everything's pointing to some variant of Sub Sniper Super, with the players just trying to decide exactly what hero they want to go with. Um,
I do like Churchill actually. On this map, I think Churchill might be a little better than Gwen.
mm,
Uh, normally I really like Gwen with sub because not only can you get the heated up, but the cocktail is also really good with sub because the reactor will pop down any purples. But
right, right.
on this map, like where would you really put your Gwen where it can, shoot balloons at the start of the map and also get a good cocktail and also buff your reactor? It's kind of tough.
That's going to be a big challenge here. So you see the difference in opinion, right?
hmm And
51
I'm
aliens.
guessing Prusher did go sub most likely.
Yeah, I can't imagine anything other than sub, because when you play bomb sub farm on this map, Adam, right? You're gonna be doing sub start anyways until round 9 comes around, right?
Yeah. Yeah, the
So
other thing to note is that both players probably have some experience using Churchill Substart on this map already. So knowing, exactly what defense you need is going to be a little bit useful for Pressure Man as opposed to Aliens maybe needing to do some experimentation here.
I think 51 aliens is going to pick a Gwen spot that's going to prioritize a good cocktail over. Oh, well, look at this.
Yeah, interesting. So I guess he's just going to probably give up on buffing his reactor.
This is gonna be kind of hard for. I mean, I know he's playing up against Eco, right? But it's gonna leave him a little vulnerable to early game rushes, right?
Yeah, I think he's going for the damage over time with the Gwen the fire of the main Gwen attack, and then also for the cocktail. Those are going to be the main two things that he's relying on, but not the heated up buff.
Hmm. The level of stall and anti-stall is also going to be interesting to see, Adam, because Sub Sniper Super in particular, it is a composition that can thrive if you get a lot of stall. It's one of those Tiger 72 theoretical strats, right? You get enough money, you can outlast your opponent, but you need money, and that's hard to come by in these games.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that the only real way that you could defend later than like round 30 or round 31 is if you have a Sun Temple
Hmm.
and with military sacrifice, and then you're able to get up maybe like a cripple Moab and some Sun avatars. But I don't think that there's no way that either player will have enough money for that in this game. So what's probably going to happen if it goes around 30 is they will start, buying some like Dark Knights to take care of insides, and then use First Strikes to destroy the F-beds.
Hmm. All right, see, ooh, cocktail here coming down from 51 aliens. He's gonna
Yeah,
anti-stall this round, trying to anti-stall this round.
I think
Um,
it's also just a little bit worried about the pink balloons, to be honest. Oh, we see Dartling from Pressure Man. Interesting.
Oh, that's interesting. Dartling, Sniper, Super from Pressure
Cool.
Man. Adam, this is going to be one of those things where I think if you're 51 aliens and you see the Dartling, I think your game plan changes to say, hey, I want to anti-stall this game, right? Because I know
Yeah,
there's Super. Go on, Adam.
I was gonna say I actually I'm not opposed to Dartling. I think that it seems pretty decent, especially because sub does get layered on a bit on this map, not too much because the balloons at the top are really fast, but Dartling will be able to avoid some of that layering.
Mm,
Second Dartling coming out here for the black balloons.
it's going to be interesting right here.
But yeah, you were saying that you think that Aliens wants to anti-stall now?
I mean, think about it this way, Adam. Right? When it comes to Dartling Super compositions, right? You want to be playing either like Dartling Super Village, Dartling Super Farm, right? And if you're playing if you're playing something like Dartling Super Village, you want to be stalling and trying to get as much eco as possible, right? And for Calm Pressure, that's essentially what he wants to be doing here with Sniper instead of Village, right? I mean,
Yeah,
how else are you going to get the most out of your Sniper farms?
I mean, I think that both of these players have strategies where they kind of want to stall. So I think that it's a little bit tough when you're in these matchups where both players want to stall and you're thinking,
But
okay,
Vic,
who wants
but
to stall more?
But 51 Aliens has sub, right? 51 Aliens has sub. I think that's the big key difference, right? If this gets really drained, right, and maybe it gets really drained to the point that these guys could only send like a regular bad, right? I'm gonna have my money
Yeah,
on 51 Aliens, all right?
that's true. That's definitely true, actually. I
Because
agree with that.
the next value option, Adam, if you don't got submarines ready on hand, is to try something crazy like you can try Crippled Moab plus E Defender. It will do quite a bit of DPS, more DPS than people realize, right?
Hmm.
Um, but
Yeah, I think that Pressure Man's probably going to be going for a Mad here. And I think that if Pressure Man can afford a Mad and a few Dark Knights, it's going to be pretty good for them.
Adam, you got to watch these regen zebras.
Oh,
They're
yeah,
doing
these
quite a
regions.
bit. Oh,
Oh,
pressure's in trouble.
jeez.
Oh, he's misjudged the
Boost and
zebras by
late
a bunch.
boost.
He's down.
Wow.
No, huge misplay from Pressure Man.
Yeah, just waiting too long on that boost and thinking that he could just go straight for the HRP instead of waiting for or instead of buying more Dartlings. That was the issue there, I think.
51 Aliens saw the Dartling pointed at the start and went for the obvious move of sending regrow zebras to compel a regrow farm. And Pressure Man simply never thought much of it until it was much too late and the game was already over.
Are these scores correct? I think it's 1-0 for 51 Aliens right now,
Yeah,
right?
51. Yeah. You gotta adjust these scores, Emil. So 51 Aliens up 1-0.
Mm-hmm.
And again, remember last week 51 Aliens advanced to the finals but was swept 3-0. So it's good to see that he's got a win this time around at least
Yeah.
one win. So
All right.
we're
Oben
gonna
Dartling on Inflection is what's going to be happening next game. We'll see if it's Oben DFN, Oben Dartling Farm Ninja. That is a strategy that used to be very popular in like Season 3.
Okay, Open Dartling's gonna be interesting. Alright.
Now, Oben has, of course, received many nerfs since then, and much better heroes have come out.
So anyways, from the chat, you spent a couple minutes theorizing how the late game will look like, and he died round 9.
Yeah,
So true.
that does actually happen with quite a few of these games, especially when you're on a map that's a little bit more difficult. You know, like we saw on Star, it did go to round 30, but that might be the difference between Star and Salmon Ladder.
Alright.
And we see Dartling Elk Farm here from Aliens, which I do actually like more than Dartling Ninja Farm.
Gotta get that utility for the mid game, Adam. I think that's what it's all about.
Yeah, the Alchemist, it's just so good with the Dartling. And it did get a little bit of a nerf recently with not lasting for quite as many shots. But I think it's still it's kind of necessary on a map like Inflection.
Alright. So we should see some Dartling starts here from both players. There you go. There's your Dartling start. Shouldn't be too much pressure to get open round 1. If you can get I mean, at least I don't think so.
Yeah, no, you can definitely get open round 1. I think that's the
Well, I
play here.
mean, I guess they both want to go for open round 1 here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Buying it a little bit towards the back so that you can stack up brambles a little better. And the slow totem is going to also be helpful for the insides of Moabs, which is nice.
Hmm.
I might have liked to actually see it even further back than Aliens has it, but still. Similar placements for both players.
Okay.
Pressure Man just going a little bit further up. Now, let's see. I'm kind of curious as to whether the players are going to go for middle path or bottom path Dartling here.
Should be able to go get away
I
with
think
middle
middle
path here.
path, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think that's good. I think that Oben gives you enough damage that you can get away with that.
Big thing is if
Normally,
you want to overpower middle path, Adam, you'd have to do some layering, right? And
yeah.
that's just too expensive, right? You'd have to put a lot of group blues on that layering too.
Hmm. And I think that it would be worth it against like a Jericho or Ben, but Oben has better damage than Jericho for sure.
Right.
So I think that he would be able to help out quite a bit.
Both players playing lock and step right here. You see first farm coming out here, middle of round 4. I think both players should expect about 1 banana from that farm.
Yeah, I think so. There it is. And yeah, definitely cannot cross path that farm. Have to start saving for the Dartling upgrade now.
Yeah. 51 Aliens emptied his cube for these whites. Actually, both players did, trying to
Ooh,
get these whites out as
wow.
soon as possible.
The 51 aliens ecoed longer, gonna tank some Brambles. Brambles
Woo!
actually coming in clutch, defending up until the next tick, which is nice. So well
Good
played by
play from 51 Aliens. You know, it's a game of inches, Adam. Whenever you get in these mirror situations, it's a game of inches, and
Yeah, and greeting a little bit more did get him more eco because he did not have to stop his white sends.
yep.
We see a second farm from Pressurement here instead of going for. I don't like that.
I don't think it's going to translate into better income here around 6, because
Yeah, I would have rather just go for 2 top path upgrades.
now, so we're clear, he is fixing to make $240 this round, which isn't exactly bad, right?
That's true. Although Aliens, now I do like what Aliens is doing. I think that it's good to go for the second farm if you have a 1-0-0 already on the map.
Hmm.
But I don't like going for 2-0-0-0 farms because I think it's better to just cross path your first farm.
Hmm.
But here we see both players got the same farms, a little more eco from Aliens.
Aliens, by the way, going to make $400 from farms in this round if you're keeping track of the math. So
Yeah.
he is trickle leaking a bit. So I'm kind of surprised there. Slow Totem's going to come in here and kind of help out, but
Ooh, we see the yellows
oh,
coming in.
boosted yellows! Boosted
Oh,
yellows headed
Brambles,
Aliens'
no,
way. He's
got
going
a
to boost in
boost.
response because there's too many of them.
Yeah. Well done from Pressureman, getting that boost out. And now Pressureman
Yeah,
has fully stopped eco and maybe a little bit worried about fording HRP.
yeah, it's going to be a big
Ooh,
question. Oh,
regen
no,
zebras
he's
coming in
gonna
from
go for
both
these regen
players,
zebras.
but Aliens stopped sending them. Maybe sending a couple, but not enough to really force anything.
Yeah,
It
he
looks
only
like the
forced the
zebras.
alchemist there, which honestly isn't a good trade.
I'm not sure if Pressureman is going to. Well, Pressureman stopped ecoing, so he's probably going to afford the HRP.
Hmm.
Yeah, and Aliens is going to afford the HRP. I think both players will.
Oh, Pressure Man's gonna check. That
Ooh,
was a
yeah,
really bad
rush coming
decision
in.
there.
Gotta boost it.
Oh, he got a boost
Boost
anyways.
early enough? Yes, it was. Okay, now you can send and force a lot of farm cells for Pressureman.
Aliens is not sending. This
Wow.
is. Oh, now he
Oh,
is
no,
gonna
it does
send.
send.
Check
Force a
send
farm
here.
cell.
Good value from Aliens.
Yeah. So now Pressureman's most likely going to try and all out. And what Aliens has to do is he has to buy middle crosspath on the Alk, and then buy Alk buff, and then micro it. No rush coming in from Pressureman. Wow. Just buying plant instead. I actually like that play. I think that if Aliens plays well, he can defend an all out there.
Yeah, both players want to prioritize farms here. Aliens is actually gonna have the opportunity to cross path the farm. Watch
Yeah.
the money, Adam. Watch the money, Adam. Aliens wants to eco. Pressure has not done anything
Ooh.
just yet. Aliens is holding on quite a bit of money, Adam. He's probably holding on about 3K right now.
I mean, pressure. Yeah, pressure is definitely.
Oh
Ooh.
yeah.
And okay, there's a second plan. That's what pressure was saving for. A little bit of rush coming in, but
Oh,
that
a
doesn't
check
force
from
anything.
Aliens. The boost from
Oh, I
Pressure
don't think that
Man.
forced the boost. I think that Pressureman could have defended that off boost. No, just stop equaling. Stop equaling. I'm sorry. I think
Yeah, I'm
that
surprised that Aliens is still ecoing
could
here.
kill her. I think
Round
Aliens could
16,
legitimately
Cerams are
kill her.
available. Will we see the rerush?
I think we should. I think he's dead if he re-rushes with balloon boost.
I mean, look at Aliens, Adam. Aliens doesn't even have an alk buff on his Dartling. Now he's finally getting it.
But yeah, oh my gosh, I'm really upset that
Yes,
we didn't see the re-rush from Aliens. I think that was a missed opportunity.
that was definitely a missed opportunity right there too. Because even if pressure defends Adam, that's a lot of farm cells you can force, right? You can shove a lot of Cerams in his face, and he's gotta get stronger stem and even micro that too in a worst case scenario. Now Pressure Man wants to come back for the rush. Lots of Cerams on this one. Purple's on top.
Forces a
Aliens.
farm cell, but yeah, that's not too much. That's not too
Aliens coming
worried.
back.
Ooh,
Rerod.
could have forced an Alk buff probably. No,
Good defend
nothing.
from Pressure
Wow.
Man.
That alchemist
Recognizing.
at the top, I think, really helped.
Yeah, I think that definitely helped quite a bit. FMOABs are going to be available the next round, Adam. Big
Hmm.
question. Do you send? If you send, how many do you send?
You definitely send unless your opponent pre-buys 022 Alchemist, which neither player is doing. So I would definitely send here. I would send
Here we
probably
go.
two. Yeah, I would send two
FMOAB
here.
headed Pressure Man's way.
Just
Outbuffing the
one.
Dartling. He's got an Alchemist up.
But
Is it
the
going to be
issue is that the
enough?
Brambles are going to defend this pretty well. Yeah, so that's why I would send two, because the first one takes care of the Brambles, and the second one I think would have killed them or forced a boost.
Alien spot another farm. He declined to continue the rush and just bought another
Mhm.
farm.
Yeah. It's got Brambles back, but isn't using it. Oh, there we go.
Round 19, both players playing skinny, very skinny, and they still want to go for more farms.
Hmm. Yeah, I just can't get over the missed opportunity on round 16, because to defend that all out on inflection, you would need stronger stem and two Hydra rocket pods, which I don't think that Pressure Man was affording.
Now, trees should be coming up soon for these players, right, Adam?
What was that?
Trees should be coming up soon, yes?
Yeah, round 21.
Oh, both players sending an FBFB. Western style shootout.
Ooh, this is definitely going to be a tough defend, a very tough defend. You're gonna need to use trees for the insides of this, and probably boost.
Yep. Gotta get those
Yeah,
trees. Gotta see
you
those
trees
trees.
now.
Alien
Ooh,
seems to defend
gonna get
first.
a
How is he gonna
TT4
defend?
coming out from Pressure Man, and from both players it looks like.
TT4 coming out from both players. Yep, there you go. There you see the
I like
TT4.
this. I think
Will
this
the
is kind of
trees hold?
cool.
Big question right here. Pressure Man is going to hold
Rocket
just
Storm.
barely. How about Aliens? It's going to be close, but he's going to
Yeah,
do it just fine. Bought the Rocket Storm to defend. Both players drained. They have less forms than they did pre-round
another
20.
FBFB coming
Now
in. I
51
really like
Aliens
it.
fires back with another FBFB.
And an
Oh, but an
FZMG coming in.
FCOMG!
Got
Headed
it all
Aliens
out. Yeah, yeah,
way!
yeah.
51
All out with
Aliens going to
FBFBs
commit to
here.
the rush. Another
Send more
FBFB.
FBFBs.
Pressure Man needs to defend the rush to win the game. How will Pressure Man defend? Buying up the Alchemists, applying the X4X Alchemists, got the X3X Alchemist. Is it going to be enough?
I
Oh,
don't think
it's
so.
firing through, racing through to the exit. 51 Aliens is
Wow.
done. He's won.
Yeah, sending an FZMG there, that's just too much. That's just too much. You can't afford to defend a counter rush there.
I think you're right, Adam. Maybe if the Pressure Man had sent regular ZOMG instead, that gives about 5.5 extra K there to try and
Yeah.
defend that. Because 51 Aliens, he had a pretty obvious option after that, just pile on the rush. Um,
Yeah, and there's no way. I would be very surprised if 51 Aliens even defended a regular ZMG. I think it would be pretty much impossible.
right.
So, yeah, I think that a regular ZMG was definitely the way to go, or just sending an FBFB like Aliens did.
Hmm. So we are down to match point here. 51 Aliens is up 2-0,
Mm-hmm.
and Pressure Man needs to find a way to win.
Yeah,
Keep
gonna have
this
to make a
going.
comeback here. Looks like the random towers for this match are Mortar and Sub.
That's interesting. Now, one way that you could run this, Adam, is you could counterpick to a long map and run something like Druid Sub Mortar, and try and take the game real late.
Yeah, with Striker Jones. You could definitely
Yeah,
do
with
that.
Striker Jones. Um,
And that
that's
could probably
one way
go.
you can approach
Yeah,
this.
if you choose like Star, you could probably go pretty late. Pressure Man is
Pressure
using
Man wants
Sun
Sun
Palace.
Palace. Okay.
That is a pretty
Another way
long
that you
map
can
actually.
Sub Mortar Farm is also a feasible strategy. Um, just as long as you play
Yeah,
your
yeah,
cards
with
right.
Sub early. Yeah,
Yep.
interesting.
So
Alright,
here we
yeah.
go.
Looks like Striker coming out from Aliens. I think I'd prefer to see the late game strat, although this map is very anti-stalled.
I think it's going to be a drain kind of game, Adam. You pick Sun Palace, and you can bet your arse there's going to be quite a bit of anti-stall. And when there's anti-stall, drain's going to be coming not too far behind. Interesting pick here from Pressure Man though.
Which cat is
Smudge
Healy?
Cat is Healy.
I wonder what that last tower is going to be then. I'm not a fan of playing the Azelies when you're using a strategy that can defend ZMGs very easily. Because of course Sub has First Strike, which kind of invalidates the ZMG send already. Yeah, looks like we are seeing Sub Mortar Farm, like you said, from Aliens.
I like Sub Mortar Farm here. I really like it. I think 51 Aliens has a great chance here to win this series 3-0 and send Pressure Man packing. But we'll find out. We'll see here. Round 1.
And can probably go round 30, I think, with this strategy. Or round 40, I mean, excuse me. There goes the Sub. And I'd be really interested to see what Pressure Man's last tower is.
Yeah. Well, we'll know for sure whether or not it's farm here when round 3 comes around, because it's... Oh, wow, look at this. He's ecoing with
Green
greens.
Blitz. Maybe trying to force leaks? Maybe
It's not going to happen, and that's not going to happen with sub, Adam. All Aliens needs is 0-on-1 sub, and he should be able to defend without too many leaks. Probably go down about 120 lives here, worst case scenario.
And notably, it could have gone, round 40, and it could have mattered who had more lives, but Pressure Man went with Smudge Cut Azalea instead of Striker Jones, and without Striker Jones, the Mortar is definitely not defending until round 40.
Yeah, here we see the group blues from Pressure Man, so he's playing some kind of eco strategy. We just don't know exactly what he's got in store here for the not farm tower.
Yeah. I'm really, I just cannot think what you would possibly want Smudge Cat for. Alright, we see a little bit of struggle to these spaced pinks, but not too bad.
Yeah, if you're playing this with Jericho, you normally need Airburst by this round.
And Striker
If
is a
Alien's trying to
little
greed
better,
out,
but
yeah.
still gonna leak a little bit. We see the Airburst from the Pressure Man.
Alien's about to leak down about, he's going to leak down about 800 lives here before he gets this upgrade here.
Yeah, although the grouped greens are a little bit easier than white balloons, which is nice. And I think that the Airburst is going to be enough for space blacks, but on round 7 we're going to see the grouped yellows coming in.
Right.
I would like to see Aliens going for another farm here instead of upgrading that one. Like I said earlier,
he didn't have he just straight up didn't have the money at him.
Oh no, he had 1k. He would have had to slow his eco for a little bit, but he had the money.
Trip guns on Pressure Man's side. You can see here that the Airburst is holding okay on Alien's side, but he's got quite a bit of RBE kind of piling up here, so...
And yeah, using Striker right before round 7 is a little sketchy. I mean, the ability does come back, but there's the trip
he's got to
guns.
get trip darts right here.
Yeah, I gotta get that Striker ability back soon.
Oh, Jesus, this is really tough to watch. Man.
Alright, and I think he's gonna be okay. Buying another farm upgrade, though, the layer of the blacks and yellows, looks like he's okay. Yeah. Alright.
He'll be okay for now. I think round 9's going to get interesting here.
One other thing to note about Sun Palace is that the sub is better on the left side than the right side, so that might be why he was able to greed with Airburst for so long. Even Jericho can greed with Airburst usually on Sun Palace.
Crazy greed here from Aliens. Look at this. He went for the 3rd farm. And he upgraded it too.
Regen Zebras coming in here from Pressure Man. I think those are justified.
Those are definitely justified because Aliens is going to be late to his mortar. Oh, and a boost! Boost from Pressure Man! Aliens responds with a boost himself, but you see the regrow farm. A cause for concern. Aliens does defend without losing any lives. He's going to be without boost on round 11, however.
A couple Regen Zebras. I don't like these Regen Zebras.
51 Aliens firing back with more Regen Zebras, and they are piling on. Ooh-wee.
Or just by Shell Shock. Yeah, I don't like those Regen Zebras from Aliens.
Both players use their rushing power on round 9, and they don't have anything to fire at each other for round 11, Adam.
Exactly. And that's the issue with Pressure Man especially. Even after forcing that boost on round 9, he just can't rush, because if he does, then Aliens can just sell a farm, and then he won't have money. Pressure Man won't have money for defense,
So I guess the big question here, Adam, is did Pressure get value out of the round 9 pressure?
Honestly, I don't think so. And I think Pressure is actually, might be more well known for eco strats, but I think that Pressure does actually have quite a bit more experience with farm. And that might have shown there, where I think it would have been very good rush to send if you were playing farm. But maybe not.
Aliens has a really good opportunity to greed, and he's taking advantage of it by getting a plantation up.
For sure. And we see Pressure Man's also greeting here quite a bit, which seems pretty justified. I don't think that there's a lot that Aliens can do to really rush this right now.
Yeah. We have yet to see the 3rd tower from Pressure Man.
And Totem is also going to be unlocked soon, which will be useful.
Now Aliens wants to check Pressure. Look at this. R-Rod, Zebras, Purples.
Here's the Totem.
There's the Totem. Pressure
Totem
Man
and
needs to
Smudge
defend this
ability.
without boosting, which he does successfully. Good hold. Now he's not going to have that totem from round 17. Is that a cause for
Now a
concern? Oh,
rerush
rush from
and a
Alien.
rush coming in against aliens. Both
A rush
players
coming
getting
against
rushed
aliens
here.
as well. Double rush.
Ooh, I think Pressure Man's okay. Both players are okay here actually, off boost. Another rush coming against aliens.
That's not
The
going to do anything though.
ability,
Oh, Striker
yeah.
3 came out. Okay.
I don't like these rushes from Pressure Man. I don't think that he wants to be doing that. Here's
a Moab. It's boosted. Alien's going to boost in response.
Okay, that I do actually like the Moab rush. I think that 1k to force a boost is pretty good, and a ballistic.
That Moab racing through. Striker 3 coming out to try and save the day, which it will.
Yes, yeah.
Pressure's playing quite skinny right now, Adam.
Aliens, yeah. Okay, Pressure stopped decoying, which I like. I appreciate that. I don't think that Pressure should send an F Moab personally, but he does.
They both send an F Moab. Western shootout.
Actually, Smudgecat defending that F Moab very easily. Never mind.
51 aliens with a lot of RBE on a screen. 2 F Moabs.
Aliens.
Third mortar from aliens. This is going to be tough right here. Boost from aliens. It's his last one.
All right. Another
Alien
F Moab
stays in the game. He's
going
to fire back with another F Moab.
And a rod.
It's boosted. Rainbow's underneath. Pressure does not have a bat on it, and now he reveals the sniper. Pressure reveals his third tower is the sniper rifle.
Yeah, I'm not sure what this loadout is about from Pressure. Ooh, a little bit of leaks there.
Sub-mortar sniper. Aliens coming back once more. Moab. Rod underneath. The totem again. Will this defend? Bouncing bullet on Pressure Man's side, plus trip guns, plus the mortar duet. Pressure Man stays in the game. What a defend, Adam.
Yeah, it's impressive.
I'm telling you, Adam. You know, when you see anti-stall, right, the drain doesn't come too far behind it, and you see that drain. You see how it's impacting these players. Look at how little farms aliens does. Look at how much farms he doesn't have, Adam. I mean, look at that. That's just not a lot to work with.
Exactly, and I think that Pressure Man's eco is probably struggling as well. Got that one sniper farm up, but
yeah, it's gonna be kind of tough to work with.
2k eco.
Yeah, the cool thing about them sniper rifles, Adam, though, is that you get some cheap round 26 defense, which I really like. You know, 51 aliens when it comes to round 26, right? You know, he does have options for round 26, round 27, round 28, right? They are pricey though. They break the bank.
That's definitely true. Yeah, I think that Popology is probably going to be the best bet, in my opinion, but we'll see.
So
how's first strikes?
How's round 26 going to play out? I mean, do you just pop in all and then just all out pressure and just hope that he doesn't have enough?
You mean on round 26? I don't think that aliens should all out on round 26. I think aliens should wait for round 30.
So Pressure, he's got the E sniper. He's trying to build up more sniper farms as well. He actually kept his mortars up.
Yeah, I think Pressure is actually a little ahead this game, but I would have liked to see him sell those mortars.
Yeah, so I mean, Adam, I'm concerned that if 51 aliens goes for a tier 5 farm, say right before round 26, I think he's going to get rushed and either have to get drained massively or just lose the game outright.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, he's obviously not affording the MWS on round 24, so he might even have a tough time. No, he could probably afford it round 25 if he really wants to, but like you said, he would have to sell it immediately if he got sent DDTs.
Yeah.
So he might just go for round 26 MWS at that point, and that's not really a spot you want to be in for aliens. I think
that's a lot of potential cash you're losing out on, Adam.
Yeah.
Because Pressure's already got his round 26 defense kind of ready to go, right?
Yeah, and I think Pressureman's actually in a much better spot here. He is going for the MWS.
He's going to try it!
Oh.
51 aliens wants to try the Monkey Wall Street. Round 26 incoming. Pressure Man is going to send FDDT.
You've got to sell the MWS.
Regular DDT underneath. He's got to sell the Monkey Wall Street. First strike coming out from 51 aliens to try and save the day. And now a pop and all. 51 aliens with a pop and all. Hanging onto the game by a thread. Can he defend? Can he defend?
By aliens,
the last DDT to kill. He does pop it. But now he doesn't have any forms.
Yeah. His
Oh,
farms are just so poor right now.
he's trying to
I
build back
can't
up
see
more
any way that
farms,
he
Adam.
defends anything around 30. Yeah. And I like Pressure Man not re-rushing. I think that since 51 Aliens has the Striker level 10 to reset the Papana, I can defend pretty well. The AI balloons pushing on Alien's side.
That's a little
Let's get a
concerning.
ballistic.
Yeah, the ramping's becoming a bit of a big deal here.
Mm-hmm.
We're setting up for an epic showdown here on round 30, Adam. Take your pick. Who you like?
I like Pressure here. I think that forcing that MWS level is good, and it did cost 10k and quite a bit of eco, but I still think that Pressure's in a better spot here.
So I mean, what do you send if you're pressured? Do you send just like a regular? You send regular? Maybe you send like an FBAT or maybe a bunch of tight CMGs or?
Mao is saying that around 28 BFB would have been nice, and I actually agree with that. I think that.
Oh yeah, because the scaling does quite a bit.
Yeah. But yeah, on round 30, I think that just an FBAT is probably going to be the best way to go. Because, Mortar can, especially with the Popanock, install those tight ZMGs pretty well. So I think an FBAT is going to be the way to go. And the AI balloons causing some slight issues there, but it's a little funny.
Yeah.
We can see with how much he's struggling to these AI balloons, around 28 FBFB would have been pretty good.
Yeah. You surprised about no Bloonson on 51 Alien side?
Not really. I think that as long as he can, Blinson is more expensive than Papanon. As long as he doesn't need it, he shouldn't buy it. But there's an FBAT coming out from Aliens.
FBAT queued up. Pressure needs to find a way to defend this. Western style
I think
shootout once again.
Came out first. I think Pressures is a little in the lead.
Yeah, Pressure Man's FBAT came out first. Pressure Man's going to resort to microwing the submarine. Or no.
Wow, selling everything for a Bloonson from Aliens and trying to yeah, there's no way the Aliens defends this.
Oh, that's really tough here.
Pressure. Oh, there's
DDT's headed Pressure's way.
Papana.
Papana deployed from Pressure to save the game. Will it work? Does he have enough 4XX snipers?
Okay. Yeah, with boost, I think it's gonna defend, but oh, almost dying to AI here. I think DDTs would kill Aliens.
Oh yeah, Aliens is in trouble. The only thing he has on his screen is a boost.
DDT
gets through. Screen lag.
Wow.
Pressure Man's actually in trouble here, I think. Because look, his bad, the bad on his side. It's racing to the exit first.
He needs to send DDTs.
Popping off from Pressure Man. Pressure Man needs to send back to win. Pressure Man needs to send back in order to win this game. But first, he has to deal with the DDTs on his side of the screen. 51 Aliens is going to hang on by a thread and win the game. He takes the series 3-0 in an incredible turn of events. What a play.
Yeah, that's very impressive. I think that Pressure Man was in a better spot, in my opinion, going into round 30. But I think that Aliens played the round 30 and plus much better. Wow, a clean sweep.
That's tough. I mean, it was always a kind of a point of concern there for Pressure Man that when you have those sniper rifles, Adam, you can defend those DDTs, but the scaling starts to kick in, right? And not only does the scaling start to kick in, right, but it just gets to a point where the mortar becomes the better DET defense than the sniper, right? You want to get some snipers up, but then you want to start building up more mortars, right?
Yeah, and I think that like we saw that the Moabs were almost getting through on the not Pressure Man on an Alien side.
Yeah, on Alien side. So
yeah, I think that just shows that DDTs really could have probably killed Aliens there. But Pressure Man just too preoccupied with defending the DDTs on his own screen, and I think that's why it was a good send from Aliens to send those DDTs just to distract Pressure Man long enough for the FBAT to get through.
I'm really surprised we didn't see Cripple Moab plus E Defender on Pressure Man's side. Because
I think it's just like
that had
so
a chance
many
to
options, right?
Yeah, that had a chance to outright defend. Cripple Moab plus E Defender. That has a chance to outright defend. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that he was just going for the first strikes because that's like a more typical defense, I guess. But yeah. All right, well, that's wrapping up the tournament, huh?
Yeah, that's wrapping up the tournament. So yeah, Pressure Man admitting here he didn't even think of E Defender. But yeah, that was definitely unfortunately a misplay from Pressure Man. Kind of panic in the situation there, and he definitely had chances to win that game. and take the series to game 4. And I mean that's what happens when you're compelled to play a tower that isn't in the meta. You just kind of forget what works with it and what don't.
Yeah, for sure.
So we're gonna raid Spoon Oil. Thank you guys for watching this tournament, Adam. Big shout out to you for hopping in the booth.
Yeah, thank you too. And we'll see you all next week.
Yep. I'm hungry. I gotta get some food. I'm hungry as heck. I'm out of
All
here.
right,
So.
Tim.
Yep. Yep.
Peace out.